it's Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States. Welcome back to the Bridal Series. I forgot what episode we're on. There's been a bunch. It all started way long ago, it feels like, at the beginning of January when I was just wanting something different. I definitely kind of lost my spark over the 2022 year. It was a rough one, and so I had decided I wanted to do a project that really pushed me out of my comfort zone but also became a ton of fun, and boy oh boy has this project done that. So we've done we did all of the prep stuff, and that explains all of the backstory of this project. So if you want to go way back to the beginning of the series, I definitely encourage you to check that out if you're interested. And since then, we've done a bridal bouquet, a bridesmaid bouquet, a boutonniere, a swag. And I've been asking along the way, what else would you like to see? And wild centerpiece keeps coming up. So that is what we're gonna do with this giant goblet. I love this thing so much. I'm very excited to get to use it. I've also already created a grid. We'll talk about that in a second. And the greenery we're gonna be using today is the same greenery we've been using for this entire series. So we've got some wispy fern bits. We've got the Italian ruscus that is a absolute customer favorite over at Oh You're Lovely, so you can get this one. The rest of it I got at random different craft stores, but the Italian ruscus is one we always keep in stock. We also have some little bit of eucalyptus, like a spiral eucalyptus, some ferns, and then I have some baby's breath, which you can also find at ohyourlovely.com. There's the greenery. The flowers, same color story as we've been playing with this entire series. So it was purples and pinks and oranges and bright greens. There was brown too, and I am cheating my way through because there's thistles and bark flowers that have some brown on them. So I'm considering that brown enough. All right, that's everything. That's the backstory. Let's get to building this wild centerpiece. It's gonna be interesting because I'm going in without a plan. I just kind of want to see what happens. That's my favorite way to do these. So as I just mentioned, I'm going in without a plan. However, that's not completely true. There is a slight plan, and that is how I set up my centerpiece. Now, you have lots of different options when it comes to making a centerpiece and how you're sticking in the flowers and greenery. This particular technique is a grid technique. I am using green vinyl tape, mostly so you can see it. You can also get clear tape that's very thin. It's like masking tape, but you can use it for this process as well. You can also use chicken wire. You can use it as like a floral frog, if you will. Put some chicken wire in there and you just start building upon it. This is similar to chicken wire, but a little bit more structured. And we make the structure where the chicken wire is already there. The other option is to put in some floral foam at the bottom of the base. Now, when they're round like this, I have a lot harder of a time unless I already got a piece of floral foam that has a dome on it. You can glue it in place if you want to. Completely up to you. It also just depends on, are you renting the vessels, vases, vases, all those things? If that's the case, you don't want anything permanent, so glue is going to be semi-permanent, if not completely permanent. So the grid technique using tape or chicken wire is going to be a better option for that. It's just going to depend on the event. Now, to get started, the Italian ruscus has been the star of our greenery show this entire time, so that's what we're going to start with. I do have two bunches that I think I'm going to just use as is to really start building, and I might grab two more. Or I might clip these all down. I feel like in the bunches it's a little too much. I have some clip down over there. I'm gonna grab those and then we'll get to adding in the Italian ruscus. I just wanna see if I like this a little bit better than putting them in. Now you can slide up the greenery, which is what I just did. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna like that. Now, when you're first starting, this is the most terrifying of the process. Why is all my, what was pink hair, now red hair, floating in there? But this starts off a little dicey, but you have to trust the process. What's gonna happen is all of this greenery is gonna start kind of building up on each other and supporting each other. At first though, it definitely is like loose and it flips and flaps and all that fun stuff. It's okay. I promise you it's okay. It will work itself out as we start building. But I do like it kind of spilling out a little bit to give that wild feeling. Now I have these on wires, so I'm just going to, these are all individual sprigs. I'm gonna cut these down because we're definitely not gonna need that much wire. And we're just gonna start filling this in right now. And I'm gonna cut some of these wires pretty dang short so I can fill in the middle and start also trying to create a little bit, I would like it to be a little bit more structured or a little bit height on the top. We're gonna zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see just a bit more of this as we're building the structure, but not so far in that you're missing anything. I'm gonna cut part of the base of this because I really want that to create my height. And by keeping it all together, woo, there's less piecing of everything. Yeah, much better. So we're gonna do that on the back side of this too. And then we've kind of have a dome created. Now, if you're worried about the floral tape showing, don't worry. Eventually it'll get all covered up, even the edges, because we are intentionally having stuff that's gonna be more wild. So it's gonna kind of flow down. It'll be fine, I promise. If you want it to really flow down, keep your wires a little bit longer, and you can put the piece of greenery further in and be able to like droop and move things around. Yeah, like that. I also want to have a couple pieces kind of sticking up a little bit, so we're gonna try to like bring those into the mix of our bigger bunches of Italian ruscus. So it's coming all over the place. I do like to put my greenery in sections. That is completely a personal preference. And again, it's gonna be kind of droopy at first. The more stuff we add in there though, the more it starts to kind of perk up a little bit. Whew. Get an arm workout with that. There we go. That makes me feel much better. I'm just gonna kind of fluff it up a little bit. There we go. So that's where we're at the moment. It's definitely wild. We definitely got some holes. This is what I would consider a 360 kind of arrangement. So with that in mind, one more ruscus. Now this is a pretty large centerpiece. I don't really anticipate many of you having quite this big of a centerpiece, but go big or go home, right? It'll at least give you some inspiration. Get a smaller goblet, then you have less to fill in. All right, so we've done the little wispy bits. Now let's get in that lovely fern. This is really gonna kind of pull things together, and it's definitely gonna be the more like eye-catching. So the real big pieces of fern, I'm gonna have more inside the piece, and then I've got smaller little guys that I'm gonna kind of fold over some more. I think what I'm gonna do now is start to add in the baby's breath, and these little lovelies are gonna go in last. Now in this piece, there's like, can you see that? There's like a divot going on. I'm gonna put some baby's breath in there. I really wanna kind of bring some height to that and also get that hole to kind of go away. So I'm gonna double up on my baby's breath. And we're gonna pop that right in there and start adjusting. And now the hole is gone. Which is lovely because that's what we wanted. So from that being my main spot, now we're gonna do kind of a triangle of sorts. This, and then we're gonna put one over here. And I don't have a ton of this baby's breath, which is fine. But because this is a 360 arrangement, we're gonna treat another triangle of sorts. Now these, again, I don't like to put them in individually. I like to put them in like little groups. So that's what we're gonna do. So when I cut them, I usually cut the wires all at the same time, so that they're all around the same height. And I start putting them in. I wouldn't do probably more than 3 at a time, just because then it's harder to cut your wires too. Okay, there we go. The greenery part is done. So before, oh, there I am, hi. So before we start putting in the flowers, I do want to talk about how large and in charge this particular centerpiece is. I think this would be lovely for, say, the Sweethearts table. But what you could do then is find some tiny little goblets of sorts, little compotes, and these could be the centerpieces on all of the other tables. So a mini version, if you will, of this bad boy. So you'd be able to stretch your greenery quite a bit longer. Same with the flowers. Something like this, you could get away with 3 to 5 flowers if you wanted to. You don't have to be as extra. And still same concept though. These will work a little bit easier with floral foam because you can kind of shape them to it. But again, you could still do the either chicken wire or a grid technique on them as well if you're renting them, so that you have something that's a little less permanent. In that case though, I probably, like this fern, I might not use in this, or I would only use the small pieces, or figure out a way to wire them up in smaller chunks because these are pretty large. Some of them are bigger than the actual compote. But the rest of the greenery that we're using absolutely could go in one of these and pull it all together so that you have similar centerpieces throughout the entire venue if you wanted. So just something to think about. Floral tape, no more. Floral tape, who? She don't go here, I don't know her. All right, so I already started with those, so let's finish up with that particular style flower. I have 5 of them. I have 2 large ones and 3 smaller ones. And we will do, again, say it with me, triangles. So with that in mind, hole no more, another set of triangles, and then we've got one more over here, so I think I'm going to put a triangle over on this side. And the more arrangements I do, the more I like to do it this way. I just feel like it just stays a little bit more balanced. Now I don't like that though. It feels like a square at the top, and I don't want a square at the top, so we're going to bring this down a little bit. There, I'm much happier about that. Pop that in down a little bit more. All right, so what a lovely group of the dollies in that pretty purple. So again, we're gonna do a triangle of sorts. And then on this side, because there's purple on that side. I do have another kind of color story of purple. So we're gonna grab these guys and they're gonna go on the other side. Now you could mix and match with this. Like I would be okay with doing that as far as it being similar colors but different flowers. So you could have like one of these on that side and the other on the other side. But we're gonna bounce it off of that one first as a triangle. And then from those two, I'm gonna do another one over here as another triangle. Okay, that's where we're at. Oh, isn't she lovely? I promise I won't start singing, but I really, really want to. All right, so next one. Might have to break my rules when we get closer to the end. I think it'll be okay. We'll do those last. I have only 2 of one of the flowers, you guys. All right. Is that a lovely guy? Now this one's gonna be a wide triangle because I only have 3 of this one and I really wanna get them in here. Okay, now we're down to the last 2 flowers. I only have 2 of this lovely peach color. So with that in mind, we'll do a mirror. So if one's on this side, we'll have one on the other side. We're kind of seeing, there's still that kind of a hole here. So we're gonna get one in there. There it is. All right, you guys, there is the over-the-top wild centerpiece. You guys were nervous, weren't you? I could feel it. I could feel it in my bones. Y'all were a little nervous, but I think it all came together. You can let me know in the comments, what would you change? What do you love? Is it too big for your taste? Is it just right? Is it wild enough or a little too wild? All that stuff. I love to hear it. Also, as the continuation of this series, the more you ask for me to make different things, the more I shall do, because this has been so much fun for me. And it's been really fun to work with a similar color story and just kind of see what we can turn this into. So now this is the centerpiece. Again, I would definitely think about sizes, doing one real big one, say on a, the sweethearts table up at the front or something like that, or have this during the ceremony and bringing it to the table, and then having a smaller version throughout the rest of the venue, or having this by like the cake or the gifts, or all sorts of different things. There's lots of different options for a taller centerpiece, and it doesn't have to be used throughout the entire venue. That goblet I think was a thrift store find, so it's one of those things that I would never be able to find more of something, but something like this I could find a whole bunch of them or rent a whole bunch of them at the same kind of style and shape and color and all that fun stuff. All right, you guys, if you have any questions, as always, just drop them down in the comments. I will answer those as soon as possible. If you're loving these videos, can't get enough, want to know the next time we post a video, which is typically on Wednesdays, make sure to subscribe. And where do we want to? Let's do this. Ring the bell. Right over there. Ring it so that you're updated every time a new video goes live. Also, likes, shares, comments, all that fun stuff. The algorithm loves that. So if you would do that, it just warms my heart. Thank you so much. If you're loving this and want to know more about the wood flowers along with the craft supplies and greenery, go to ohyourelovely.com. But before you do, let me give you something. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off your first order. All right, you guys, I will see you next week for another tutorial. I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys.